Good morning, everyone. I want to assure you that although the introduction to these videos does look a lot alike, the next part will be very different. So stay tuned and enjoy the Top Hat and Tails Magic Hour. And welcome to the Top Hats and Tails Magic Hour. I'm Miss Rachel from the Antioch Public Library District, and I'm here with some of the most important tools of the magical trade. I have a deck of cards, a magic trick, quarter for doing coin tricks, and a magic wand. Let's begin with the very first magic trick I ever learned, the ball and vase trick. Here I have an ordinary plastic vase and an ordinary plastic ball. As you can see, it won't squish in my fingers. If you were here, I would invite someone up to hold it in their hand. But since you're not here and I'm doing this trick at home by myself, I will take this ball and I will put it in my pocket underneath the table. As you can see, I have nothing in my hands. I have nothing up my sleeves. In fact, I'm wearing special tight sleeves today so that you can see there's nothing in there. I'm going to take the lid and put it back on the vase. I'm going to wave my magic wand and say the magic words, abracadabra. The ball will jump from my pocket and back into the vase. Ta-da! But that's not all. We're going to make it go back to normal. We're going to say the magic words again, abracadabra, as we wave the magic wand, and the ball will jump back from the vase and into my pocket. And here it is. You know, I've been sitting here all morning practicing this magic trick, and I am just so hungry. In fact, I'm starving. I could even take a bite out of this quarter. Look at that! Uh-oh, we better fix it. On the count of 3, everybody blow at your screen. 1, 2, 3. We blew the quarter out of my stomach and back onto itself. Isn't that amazing, everyone? Now join me in the living room so I can read you a magical story, and then we'll begin with the magic trick we're learning about today. Today, I'll be reading to you from I Do Not Like Al's Hat by Erin McGill. Another night in Abracadabra Al's hat. What is a magic show without a rabbit coming out of a hat? I do not like Al's hat. I do like the spotlight. I do like the applause. And I do like the carrots. But that is not enough. My ears have had enough. I need a new job. What else can I do? And here you can see Herb has written a list of jobs for rabbits. 1. Wild rabbit. 2. Veggie farmer. 3. Pet rabbit. Being a wild rabbit could be exciting. The breeze blowing in my ears, the open road, adventure. But I do not think I am cut out for the wildlife. Being a farmer sounds much less dangerous. My very own farm, the great outdoors, all the vegetables I can eat. I do not think I am cut out for farming either. Look, Herb ate all the vegetables. Pet rabbit it is. This job looks right for me. Pet rabbits wanted. Sophie, 4 years old. 145 Lake Drive. Nice house with lots of grass and vegetable garden. Looking for a very fluffy rabbit to be best friends. Likes to play dress up and put on shows. Please come right away if you are the right rabbit. There will be cake. Hello, I'm Herb. I saw your ad for a pet rabbit. I am here for the position. Hi, I'm Sophie. Hop in, Herb. Let's go for a ride. You are just in time for the show, said Sophie. We can be anything we want to be, said Sophie. There's clapping, it says ta-da! Hooray! Now let's have cake. Herb, will you stay and be my best friend? Asked Sophie. And spend another day with Sophie? Yes, because I do like the spotlight. I do like the applause. And I do like carrot cake. But I love Sophie most of all. The end. And now it's time for our magic lessons. Welcome back. I, the marvelous Miss Rachel, have prepared yet another spectacular magical illusion for you. I have before me 2 ordinary glasses. This one contains just a little bit of water. This one over here, as you can see, completely empty. I take the water. I pour it into the cup. Let's be very careful as we're doing this. We don't want to spill, make a big mess. I say the magic words as I wave my magic wand. Abracadabra, alakazam, presto, change-o, and poof! The water transforms into solid ice. Yep. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, watch this. Ice! Amazing, isn't it? Stay tuned for instructions on how to perform this trick. First things first, I'm going to review the rules of magic just in case anyone is new or someone's forgotten since the last time we were together. The first rule of magic, number 1, is practice, practice, practice. You cannot get enough practice at any skill. The more you do it, the better you become. Rule number 2, magicians never reveal their secrets. If we went around telling everybody how every magic trick was done, then all the professional magicians in the world would be out of jobs. Wouldn't that be sad? Luckily, I can teach you how to do magic tricks because you are magicians in training and I'm your instructor. If you would like to become a magical instructor, you can teach other people to do magic tricks as long as they remember not to share the information with everybody they know. It's okay to teach other people how to do a trick. It's not okay to spoil another magician's show by shouting out the answer. And rule number 3, which we've never gone over before, you never ever want to do the same trick twice in front of an audience, because once you've done it once, they know how to look for the secrets they missed the first time around, and they're more likely to figure out how the trick is done, which is very similar to you revealing your secrets on purpose. For the setup of this trick, you received 1 piece of sponge, or 2 pieces of sponges actually. I'm sorry, you got 2 pieces. I have 1 here, but there are 2 in your kit. You're only going to need 1 at a time. You're going to put it in the cup that I gave you. Make sure this cup is completely empty and dry. Otherwise, any water in there will mess around with your ability to do the trick. Take your sponge and put it inside the bottom of your cup. Get it to fit so it covers as much of the bottom of the cup as possible. And when you've got it stuck in there, hold on 1 second here while I get mine actually stuck in there. It doesn't want to go down. The sponge is not behaving itself. There we go. Alright. It should look, oop, and now it's popping back out. Ha-ha! Naughty sponge. You're bad, bad. All right, let's try this again. There we are. All right. That's what it looks like at the bottom. Next step is to go to the freezer and grab a couple of ice cubes. You're going to put them right in your cup. I have returned with my ice cube tray. You want to be careful not to put too many ice cubes into the cup before you start this trick. Otherwise, they'll stick together and they'll stick to the sponge. You get them set up something like that in the cup, and then you put the cup aside and you wait for your audience to arrive, and make sure you do the setup very close to the time they're going to arrive. You may want to start by practicing with only one ice cube, especially since these are kind of big. In fact, that's what I've been doing, so that's what I'm going to continue to do. So now that my ice cube is all set up in the cup, I'm going to explain my trick to the audience. I tell them that I have an empty cup and a cup with some water in it. I put my wand in the cup, but I don't let it touch all the way down to the bottom, otherwise it'll make noise when it bangs against the ice cube. I pour the water into the cup. You need to be careful when you're doing this for two reasons. The first reason is because if you pour the water too fast, it'll get all over the ice cube, and the ice cube will stick to the sponge. The second reason is because if you pour the water in too much water, then the sponge will not be able to soak it all up. Once you've gone and poured the water in your cup and you've explained what you're doing, you want to give it some time for the sponge to absorb all the water you've just poured into it. So say some magic words, wave your magic wand, take a deep breath, and then pour your ice cube in. As you could see, when I did the trick this time, I used too much water and a little bit of it came out. That is something you're going to need to practice a lot to get just right. And unfortunately, because each sponge needs to dry out completely, you can only practice it 2 times in a row with the sponges that I gave you. You'll have to get some more sponges from your mom or dad or other grown-up and let them cut it into small pieces for you so you can practice a bunch of times in a row. Then let all the sponges dry out. It takes some time to get the exact amount of water just right. And you want to be sure to do that so that you can figure out how much water your sponge can absorb and not spill water on the table. Now you can if you do by some chance have that happen while you're performing the trick, all you have to say is, "Wow, that ice cube is melting super fast. It must be because it's magical." And laugh. As long as you laugh and act like you know what you're doing, the audience will never know that you made a mistake. So, get to practicing this trick. Get an ice cube, a little bit of water. You're going to want a little less than 1 ounce, and put it in the one cup, an empty clear cup. You need a clear cup so that the audience can see the ice cube when you pour it out of the red cup, which I've given you. Take your sponge, put it in your red cup. Take 1 ice cube, put it on top of your sponge. Fill your clear cup with just a little tiny splash of water. Pour the water into the red cup. Wave your magic wand while the sponge absorbs the water. Say some magic words, and presto changeo, water into ice. Then pour the ice cube out of the red cup and into the clear cup for the audience to see. That's all I have for this month's Top Hats and Tails Magic Hour. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.